Hello, in this video we're going to be creating a standalone build, Number Wizard UI I've called mine, that when we click and play it takes us into a standalone build. We've added a quit button so we can quit out of it, we can play the whole way through our game and it all works. We're putting in the final little bits of polish in terms of color and text as well, and when we click on quit that takes us out of the game. Okay, let's get cracking. When creating a standalone build for your game, it's good form to provide some way for people to quit. So we're going to add a quit button here. Start off, I'm in my start menu scene. I've switched over to that. I'm going to duplicate my start button. So just Control D or Command D. Now instead of start button, we will call this quit button. Quit button, doink, doink, doink. Move our quit button down a little bit below the start button and change the font on here from start. Okay. Quit. I know it's a bit of a pain to update all these names, but it really does help us out in the long run. We will name this quit. We'll have it a little bit smaller. We don't want people to think that quit is the main event. Change this down to say 70, maybe even smaller, that 60 font size. Okay, good. Start and quit. Make the button a little bit smaller, I think, in quit and quit. Okay, there we go. So we've got a start button and a quit button. Change the color of the quit button, so it's a little bit more of a red, warning-y kind of thing. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to spend a ton of time finessing my colors. I'll leave that up to you to make your game look beautiful. My game is functional at the moment. That is what I'm going for. Okay, so now when we click on quit, what do we want to have happen? We want to have quit. Where do we manage that? In our scene loader, we have our scene loader script. Let's fire up our scene loader script. We can see we've got a couple of public methods in here. What do we need to do? If you were to pause the video now and figure out what we would need to do, what do you think you would do? You would create a new method that's a public method that allows us to quit. How do we do that? Let's have a quick look at the Unity docs. For our code, we're looking for application.quit. Now, a really good point here, this is ignored in the editor. This is only when we make a standalone build that the quit button will do anything. In the editor, we just can't quit like that. And also, in the docs here, there's a caveat that be careful if you're doing this for iOS or Android or anywhere. There's going to be rules about how people are allowed to quit, but this is good for us while we're creating standalone PC, Mac, Linux builds to be able to let people quit. Okay, so we need application.quit. Let's create ourselves a public void, say quit game, we'll call this. And we need to not pass in anything. Our curly braces, application.quit, and parentheses at the end, semicolon. Okay, now we're saying, and we'll save that. I'm just going to remove my little bit of white space just there. Okay, save that. We have our public method quit game. Back over to our button, click on our button. Should be a pro at doing this by now. Scene loader is already connected to the button because that was what we got from duplicating. We need to, whoops, something went wrong there. We need to click scene loader and quit game. There we go, we've made ourselves a quit button. What else do we need to do here? Well, I've got some challenging points for you. We need to add text and polish, add the remaining instructions and text to your game, tweak your buttons, images, colors, get it to the point where you think it looks beautiful and amazing, and then we will create a standalone build, which we will do together. If you know how to do that already, you can create that without waiting for me. Otherwise, we'll do that together. I'll just take a very short amount of time to add my text and tweak my colors, but if you want to take a bit more time and have it look amazing, now is the time to do that. So pause the video and add those elements. Okay, well, first of all, in our start menu, we need to tell someone what is going on and what they need to do. On Canvas, right-click UI, Text Mesh Pro Text. We'll move this up to the top here a little bit. Anchored to the middle of the screen is fine for now. I think that's okay. I'm going to change the text in here to, I'll put in quotation marks, welcome to Number Wizard. Please think of a number between 1 and 1,000. Okay, stretch out our box a little bit here. Just quick sticks, not going to take too long on this. Increase the font size. 80, how's that look? A little bit too big. 60, and then we will center a line and middle inside our box. Make the box a little bit neater. Okay, welcome to Number Wizard. And click on that again. W to move it around. That's roughly where I want it. I want these buttons to be pretty much underneath it. We want the player's line of sight to come down a flow like this. Okay, number between 1 and 1,000. Probably need our final quotation marks on the end of this. Okay, dot, dot, dot. There we go. And, of course, we need to rename this to intro text or something similar to that. Intro text. If we click play, just make sure that looks okay. And yeah, not too bad. A little bit ugly background there. I'm just going to change my background, click on the camera. I could create an image text box that fits behind here. That'd be fine as well. But for now, we'll change the camera background to, I don't know, something a little bit darker and grayer, just so it's not the default camera. Okay, how's that look? It looks just fine. Okay, what I will do is click on this and copy my hexadecimal code so I can put that into the camera in my other scenes. In upcoming sections, we're going to talk about prefabbing, so we don't have to do this manual process, but we won't jump into that just yet. We're going to do it manual in each of our cameras and feel the pain of why don't we have a better way to do this. So save. Let's go have a look at our other scenes. We will look at core game. What do we need to do here? Well, I'm just going to change the camera to that new color that I've just come up with. There we go. And you can see the cameras in each of the scenes and all of these game objects in each of these scenes are independent. So just because we change the camera in the first scene doesn't mean the camera is changed in this scene. We need to go in and change them all independently at the moment with the way that we've got things structured. And like I said, we'll find a much better way to do this in upcoming sections of the course. But for now, this is fine. And then on the wind, so we've got all the stuff we need to have written on there. On the windscreen, we need to have, again, I'll update my camera. Paste that in there. Okay, and what do we want to have Ben saying? So on canvas, right click, we will create UI, Text Mesh Pro. I'll name this straight away. Well done text. And then here we'll say, well done. I don't know why he's saying well done to us, is he? Because we were the one who guessed it. So we'll say, I guessed your number. Want to play again. Okay, so it's really not a game per se that we've got going on here. It is a demonstration of our ability to create UI in a nice, friendly way. And as we move forward, we'll make things that are a lot more of a game with gameplay and decisions for players, all that kind of good stuff. So center and center vertically and horizontally. Move that into an OK position. Put the play again button lined up relatively underneath. Okay, a little bit fast and loose with this. Don't want to take too much time on it, just to show you what I'm doing to make sure that you can see everything that I've got in my game. We'll click on play and we can click the play again button. Takes us into the game. Start or quit. We'll start. Higher, higher, higher. Success. Success button should be renamed to something a little bit cleverer, I think. I'll do that right now, or else it's going to bug me and bug anyone out there who thinks that success is not the right thing to be calling this. We'll just change it to that's it. Oh, exclamation mark doesn't work with this font, but we'll say that's it. Or correct. We'll say correct. Nice and clean. Instead of saying success, that's fine. We'll leave it named as it is. It still makes sense like that. Okay, so correct. Last thing we want to do is to create a build. We go up to File and Build Settings. We've got our scenes in there. Make sure you've got your scenes. That's very important. 0, 1, 2, where our platform is PC, Mac, and Linux standalone. Click Build and Run. Where are we going to save that? I'm going to save mine not in my repo in here. You can save it wherever you like. It's fine. I'm just going to save mine to the desktop. I'm going to create a new folder in here, which we need to do. New folder, Number Wizard UI, and click on that. Select folder. That's where it'll be saved. Building and running. It'll take a little bit of time to do this. Wait for the magic. I'll pause my video and come back when I've finished building, and I'll see you in a moment. Here I am again. I've had a pop-up which is asking me the configuration. Just leave all that at default and click on play. Made with Unity, splash automatically in there, which is cool. Welcome to Number Wizard. Start the game. Higher, higher, higher. Correct. Well done. Play again. Fantastic. Quit. And that does quit us out of the game. So that is a file. If you go and track that down, find your folder where you have saved that, you'll see that you've got a Number Wizard application. If you were to double click on that, that is what will allow you to play the game. And you can send that off to someone else. You can share that. You can host it. All those kind of good things. correct, play again, and quit. Okay, so this is the file that you're interested in. This is the application that we've just created. Excellent, great work. You've done the full loop, the full cycle, the full everything on Number Wizard UI. Great work in this section, and I'll see you again in an upcoming video.